Jordan Peterson has been unapologetic about being at the vanguard of controversy on gender-related issues for quite some time, but he is just the tip of the iceberg, as there are many other public personalities who share the same viewpoint. The list is too vast to fit into a single video, so I've narrowed it down to include only the most divisive conservative individuals. Keep watching this video, as I'll be introducing you to big controversial personalities that are similar to Jordan Peterson. Just who exactly is this Jordan Peterson character? Canadian psychologist, author, and academician Jordan Peterson also provides social commentary. He has amassed a considerable fortune over the course of his career, despite his notoriety for voicing controversial views on social, political, and cultural matters. Peterson was born in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and both of his parents worked at Grande Prairie Regional College. Peterson read authors like George Orwell and Aldous Huxley at an early age, and these writings helped shape his thoughts today. In 1979, he attended Fairview High School and earned his diploma. The political science and English literature major he pursued at Grande Prairie Regional College prepared him well for the political science degree he earned at the University of Alberta. Peterson needed and wanted to understand the underlying causes of certain theme events that occurred before his time, so he went to Europe to study the psychological origins of the Cold War and Europe totalitarianism in the 20th century. Peterson eventually changed his mind and returned to the University of Alberta to finish his psychology degree. In 1984, he completed his bachelor's degree and went on to earn his doctorate from McGill University in Montreal. In 1993, he began his career as an associate professor in Harvard University Psychology Department, where he has since done extensive research. He stayed there as an adjunct professor until 1998, when he was offered a full professorship at the University of Toronto. Peterson is an expert in the field of psychology, who studies the mental processes of many faiths and political beliefs. In addition to his academic responsibilities, the professor also organizes clinical sessions and offers mental health counseling. As of now, Peterson has become a well-known online personality and public speaker. However, many of his views are said to be controversial and socially unacceptable, but he's not the only one of his kind. Here's a rundown of other controversial personalities who are just like Peterson. Number 1. Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder is a TV host and YouTube star who became famous for his conservative comedy show, Louder with Crowder, and for his political views. See that guy in the chair from the viral "Change My Mind" meme? Yup, that's Steven Crowder. He seems to like dealing with issues that are sure to infuriate leftists. Major issues like abortion, sexism, and racism frequently come up in his chats. Number 2. Alex Jones. We were all raised on InfoWars, but some of us may have taken it a little too seriously. Alex Jones has been sued more than once for his controversial beliefs, but his comments about the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting will forever be remembered for their notoriety. Perhaps the most famous conspiracy theorist in the history of the world, Alex Jones had to make this list. Even though he's been staying out of the spotlight as of late, you can watch videos of him on YouTube ranting about the craziest topics. Number 3. Ben Shapiro. Comparable to Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro is a pillar of the Daily Wire, one of the most influential and well-known conservative YouTube channels. Shapiro's frequent discussions of gun rights and constant criticism of liberal ideology are two examples of how he manages to remain a controversial figure online and on TV. Despite the fact that Shapiro isn't as hilarious as Jones and Crowder, many people still find humor in hearing him speak. Number 4. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's podcast is the most popular in the world, and he has a strong reputation for inviting guests from all sides of the political spectrum. Rogan believes that true democracy involves allowing all people to have their opinions heard, and in his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, he invites divisive figures to discuss a wide range of hot-button issues. But as controversial as the man may be, Rogan's opinions could be more progressive than initially thought. Number 5. Andrew Tate. Perhaps one of the most controversial online personalities of all time is Andrew Tate. He's a former world kickboxing champion who is as blatant on sensitive matters as anyone else you can think of. Many have called him misogynistic, thanks to his brutal comments about women, which in many cases belittles them. Women aside, he has strongly spoken out against the transgender and gay community. So strong were his words that he even got into a verbal altercation with gay rapper Lil Nas X. This isn't to say Andrew Tate is all bad, as he also has what he calls the Hustlers University. Here, he offers useful advice to his followers on how they can better themselves financially and health-wise, although the way he goes about it also comes off as harsh in many, if not all, cases. Twitter suspends Jordan Peterson's account after comments about Elliot Page. According to reports, Jordan Peterson was banned from Twitter for violating the site's against hateful conduct policy with a message he made regarding transgender actor Elliot Page. The Canadian clinical psychologist's offending tweet has been captured on screen and released online. The tweet asked readers to think back to a time when pride was seen negatively. In the same tweet, Peterson said, "And a crooked doctor just amputated Ellen Page's breasts," events that led to Jordan Peterson's suspension from Twitter. Ellen Page announced his gender transition in 2020, and many people feel that Jordan Peterson should not have dead-named the 25-year-old Umbrella Academy star. 60-year-old Jordan Peterson is notorious for his anti-trans attitude. He has also started working for the conservative podcast Daily Wire. He once said on the Joe Rogan Experience that being transgender is contagious and satanic ritual abuse. The psychologist's daughter, Michaela Peterson, also posted online screenshots of the tweets in which she expressed her disdain for Twitter and Elon Musk's efforts to acquire the platform. The 60-year-old's latest Twitter feud is the newest in a long line of disagreements with the social media platform. Peterson publicly announced in May that he was quitting the platform after receiving backlash for mocking Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue cover model Yumi Nu. This was in reaction to a tweet that linked to a story in the New York Post in which Page gushed over the inclusion of a trans character in the second season of the Netflix series Umbrella Academy. According to Peterson's interview with the National Post, he wrote an irate tweet in response to the latest development in the cultural war. A temporary suspension may as well have been a permanent ban in Peterson's view after he claimed he would rather die than remove the offensive tweet. "If you don't want to do what we don't like today, then there are no regulations on Twitter," he stated. "Algorithms and fools determined to keep their awakened superiority and use them after the fact." Peterson's daughter supports him 100%. Jordan Peterson's daughter, Michaela Peterson, shared screenshots of the tweets telling her father that access to his account had been disabled. "Wow, strike number 1 for Jordan B. Peterson on Twitter. You should stay off Twitter until he removes the offending message." She then tweeted to Elon Musk, stating that Twitter is not a free speech platform. According to the screenshot images, the platform concluded that Peterson's tweet had violated Twitter's regulations, most notably those pertaining to the dissemination of hate speech. Users are forbidden to promote violence against or directly attack or threaten other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, natural origin, caste, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease, as stated in Twitter's policy against hateful conduct. Twitter says it implemented this policy to protect members of marginalized communities from harassment and abuse. Jordan Peterson's beef with Twitter and political correctness. Even though Jordan Peterson has recently made headlines for his comments towards trans actor Elliot Page and even received a temporary ban from Twitter, this is not the first time he has been at odds with the Elon Musk-owned firm. He also came under heavy criticism for his prior comments about a Sports Illustrated cover starring plus-size model Yumi Nu. Upon seeing Yumi Nu's Sports Illustrated image, Peterson tweeted to his 2.7 million readers, writing, "Sorry, disappointingly ugly. Nothing authoritarian can do to change that." The tweet was quoted by over 10,000 individuals, many of whom took issue with the author's choice of words. The 25-year-old model's reply to the tweet from the psychologist and author, "He's mad," earned over 96.6K likes. With over 5 million YouTube subscribers, the Canadian professor is a household name for his conservative political beliefs. After his controversial post went public, he addressed the panderers who attacked him. He said, "A conscious and cynical manipulation by the oh-so-virtuous politically correct was behind the decision to feature a plus-size lady on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit. A controversial analysis of the model he published only a few hours earlier prompted him to explain in a series of tweets why he was leaving the app, blaming his decision on the harsh comments made by users in response to his tweets." Peterson said, and I quote, "As a thought experiment, I went without using Twitter for a full 3 weeks. I asked my team members to share relevant videos and websites. Really, it was a huge weight off my shoulders. Earlier this year, I made an effort to increase my reading and writing. A few days ago, I started using it again, and I'd say my life went worse again practically instantaneously." He continued by saying, "You can't get this kind of constant barrage of venomous invective anywhere else. However, I find the platform's incentive system to be inherently and dangerously irrational, which makes it difficult for me to follow the individuals I care about." Twitter users did not fail to notice the hypocrisy in Peterson's complaint about insults after he had insulted Nu needlessly. Some people on the internet were eager to point out that the staunch advocate of free speech had just contradicted himself. Peterson, on the other hand, has kept his Twitter account active even after saying he was leaving the platform. So guys, what do you think about Jordan Peterson's controversies and the other public figures that are like him? Kindly drop your thoughts in the comments section. And if you enjoyed watching this video, it'll be great if you hit the like and share button so your pals can watch it too. One more thing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tap the notification bell to keep getting more interesting content like this. Thanks for watching.